Hey, you guys, so I'm back again with another message from the Lord. No, this message need to be get recorded because the phone started recording by itself. Um, God is saying y'all will do ministry together, and this is gonna be for a husband and wife. When God brings you together, you will do ministry together. I know I had released a message God gave me a while ago that He was sending His people out two by two, marriage couples out two by two. That was a while ago, but God dropped in my spirit last night that a lot of His children are going to do ministry together. The ones that He is bringing together for marriage. Came across the story in the Bible in the book of Acts about Aquila and Priscilla, right? If I'm not mistaken, the names, okay? Forgive me if I'm pronouncing those names incorrectly because they Greek names and Hebrew names, and I will butcher. But this was a married couple, husband and wife, and they did ministry together. Um, and their oneness in marriage was also used to bring with oneness in ministry. And that's how a lot of God's children that are He is calling into marriage are going to be. And when God had dropped up in my spirit last night, I'm like, yeah, God, it really is kind of rare now that you see husband and wife doing ministry together and they don't necessarily, and when they do it together, they don't necessarily be in one accord. Like you can kind of tell something's off, or it's always the husband in the limelight while the wife is just the first lady. And God is saying, no, you guys will be doing ministry together. It will be like an Aquila and Priscilla marriage, okay? And y'all will do ministry together, real ministry together, effective ministry together. And when they did teachings together. And if you feel like you are in a season now, like even though you're not in your actual marriage promise yet, but you feel like you're going through some type of spiritual boot camp learning when it comes to really getting in your word, really getting into the Bible, really getting into ministry as far as learning new teachings and stuff like that. Or if God had called you to sit up under another leader that has operate in the spirit of apostleship, it's because God is trying to prepare you for not only your marriage, but also for you and your marriage, for you to be ready to do ministry with your marriage when it comes to your spouse. Y'all, marriage is ministry within itself. But God is wanting to raise up a lot of men and women of God who are married to show people that you can still be married and have a good marriage. I'm not saying marriage perfect, but you can get married and have a good marriage and still do ministry together. Have a healthy marriage and still do ministry together. And it be authentic. We see a lot of things in this season and in this society today and economy today. We see a lot of fakeness. People put out what they want us to see, and you can kind of tell it's not authentic. And a lot of people are putting out worldly things for people to see and make so it can be portrayed as okay, as it is being okay, but it's not okay. So God really wants to put His daughters and His sons, His kings and His queens together so they can do real ministry together. Souls still got to be saved. God still wants some people to come together and join together in this season, in this hour, for the upbuilding of His kingdom. Because holiness is right. Marriage is a covenant that God does not take lightly. And so you will do ministry together. That's why it's like you're going through boot camp a little bit, or you feel like God is taking you back to school a little bit when it comes to getting your word and knowing your word for yourself. I know for me, God had told me a few months ago that He was taking me back to school when it comes to me getting in my word and teaching. And I'm learning so much now by reading my Bible by myself and spending time with him and Bible studying on Sundays, because, having an apostle that actually really breaks the word down and teach it like I have never witnessed it being taught before. Um, I'm learning more and I'm growing more. And like I said, I used to be a Sunday school teacher. But I realized by reading that my actual Bible, the Sunday school books that we order from different people, they put in there what they want us to know. They don't really put in there the full verbatim. It's from their viewpoint of things. It's not from um it's not laid out like it should be laid out. I would say that. I don't want to bash any type of Sunday school books and stuff, but I was like, I won't ever teach out of a Sunday school book again. We teaching from straight Bible, because if you don't, you will miss some things. All right. And you will just get the milk, you won't get the meat or the bones. So just know that you will do ministry together. That's why God got you in your word so much now. And it's like, y'all, whenever y'all do come together, y'all be able to talk about the word and have good conversations about the Bible. Be able to, pour into each other, and then y'all be able to pour into other people as well with the word. Okay. So just know you guys will be doing ministry together. And please believe, if y'all haven't come together yet, the way God is working on you, God is working on them. But just know that y'all guys will do ministry together. Don't fight the process. Trust the process. I know it can seem like a long process, but everybody has to go through a process in order to get what God has called them to be. Okay? So just know that you guys will do ministry together. Go in the book of Acts, read a little bit about Priscilla and Aquila. Research it, but they did ministry together. So don't let nobody tell you that a woman is always supposed to be behind a man and not do ministry and stuff like that. No, y'all would do ministry together. Okay, that's the way they did it, and that's the way God is calling some of his sons and daughters to do it in this season, in this hour. So I love you guys. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and I will chat with you all later.